what's up? So let us quickly do your amendments part of setting up of business entities. So this is applicable for June 23 and December exam as well. Keep one thing in mind whenever you're watching these videos, always before going for an exam, try to watch the two previous amendments. Meaning people, now you're watching this, that is June 23 amendments. Also watch December 22 amendments. The major part is people with regards to Nidhi company. If you guys have already watched the December 22 amendments, people, we have already covered everything. But what I would tell you, I will be uploading the entire chapter again. So what you can do, just briefly just see this Nidhi company part alone, so that everything will be in one place. You need not have to worry again, because there I've just told you that where the changes have happened. So here you can see the entire thing as a flow chart. That's all. Yes, people, just make that one thing in, keep that one thing in mind. Okay. There is nothing which is major amendment, people. Most of it we have done in the class itself, but we'll see what is what. Okay, first one, people, in types of companies. Yes, the first thing you need to make sure what is the main amendment, people. In the small company limits, there is a change. Now the paid up capital has been made 4 crore. The turnover has been made 40 crore. So a small company is a company other than public company whose paid up capital does not exceed 4 crore and turnover does not exceed 40 crore. This is a major amendment. It will come, but before starting anything, I just said it off. We just did something called in company law. That is your what is that declaration that you need to give it in the company. What is that? People, they changed something in something called as Rule 12 of companies incorporation rules. Now what is that effect and all, I'll tell you. Very simple, people. Now whenever you're filing a spice form, spice plus, in the spice plus there will be one declaration that will be taken from the company. Which company? If anyone who wants to start a Nidhi company, they will take a declaration from you when you're filing the incorporation document. What is that declaration? Once your company is registered, you will not start functioning your objects. Whatever your objects are, you will not start functioning your objects until you take central government's approval. Until you get central government's approval, you're not supposed to commence your business. So once you get your central government approval, then you will file INC 20A, saying that, what is INC 20A? Commencement of certificate of commencement of business. Within 180 days, sir, I've received all the money from the shareholders, have filed the address of the company, everything is done, sir. The directors will file a declaration. No. So what they are telling people now in Spice Plus, they have added one declaration. What? Before you guys commence your business, you promise today that you have to first get central government approval. So that you will give in the incorporation document. Now, even before you guys commence your business, INC 20A, you have to first get the central government's approval. So without this, people, you cannot commence the business now. So this changes has been made in INC 20A and Spice Plus. What is that? The declaration you guys have to give that you are going to take central government's approval, without which you guys are not going to commence the business. That is the amendment. Clear? Okay, simple. Sir, the next one, this we told, I have told you in the company law amendments only, people. If you guys are watching directly setting up, then what is this, people? So whichever, I believe first, okay, whichever country, people, which shares land border with India, whichever shares land border with India, we have already done this in the previous, now what is that, in the previous amendment only. What is that? Whichever country which shares land border with India, people, now that country, if they want to start a company in India, so that is they are planning to start a subsidiary or they are planning to invest in India, people, then if you remember in what is that incorporation procedure, there used to be something called as INC 9, declaration by subscribers and directors. In that INC 9, people, you guys have to give one declaration. What is that? Are you coming from a country which requires a prior approval of central government? Sir, when is prior approval of central government required? If at all you are coming from a country which shares land border with India, like, people, your Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and of course the main person why we brought this amendment, that is your China. If you're coming from there, I'm not telling you cannot come, you can come, but you can come only after taking central government's approval. Now in INC 9, given by declaration, given by subscribers and the directors, they have introduced one yes or no tick box. Are you coming under a route which requires prior approval of central government? You will have yes and no. If at all you say yes, that means you need to give the order copy of central government as well. If you give no, that means you need not give any attachments. You can straight away go for incorporation. That is the amendment here. Yes or no. Is clear? Okay, simple. Sir, Nidhi amendments, people, I'm not going to do it again. We have already done this in the previous attempt. Now, what I'm going to tell you, I'll be uploading the entire Nidhi part. Just watch it once in 1x or 2x. That will be more than sufficient. So for now, I'm not going in detail here. Okay. Next one, sir. People, if you remember in section 12, we had seen one thing, what? ROC can conduct physical verification of office. Meaning what? People, when you're incorporating a company, you would have given your address to ROC, correct? You would have given your address that, sir, I'm going to carry on my business from this location. Hey, what is the guarantee that you're carrying on the business from that location? So ROC people can conduct physical verification of the office. He can come and check. After coming and checking, people, if at all you were not there, ROC can strike off your name. He had that power. Yes, sir. If you remember grounds for striking off, this will always be there. Now, what is the amendment, people? People, what is the guarantee that ROC cannot be a little favorable? That is, he is trying to take, you can say it this way, he is misutilizing his power. Imagine I do not like a company. I will say that you are not carrying on the business there. So now what they are doing, people, before ROC strikes off any company, ROC has to be sure that the company is not carrying on the business. So how did they make it sure? That you need, proper evidence. Now what is that proper evidence? Very simple. When ROC conducts a physical verification there, he will prepare documents that I have conducted here. I have come and checked this company's location. The company is not conducting any business here. And people, on those documents, you will take a signature from 2 witnesses from that locality. That I had come here, that there is no business going on in this particular place. Can you guys sign? So people from nearby that place, imagine the next shop, next office, they will sign, yes, there is no business carried on by this company in this location. So 2 witnesses will sign that document. And people, ROC should also take a photograph of that particular place, that there is no business conducted. This company is not there, some other company is there. Now this is important. Now people, if you remember in strike off chapter, STK1, ROC issues STK1. That is the grounds saying that I want to strike off your company. In that also they have added this consequential changes. In the form, they have added this 12.9 physical verification, that witness column, photograph column, they have added that. And also in STK 5A, they have added that. Newspaper advertisement. So whatever this forms, they have made the consequential changes even in that forms. Remember that. Sir, alteration of charter document, we have already done this in the previous amendment. What is that, sir? If you remember, people, we had done one thing. If at all a company has a name, can a company alter its name? Yes, people. One was Sumoto. Whenever they want, they can change. The second one was, people, whenever there is a similar name existing with another proprietor of trademark, another company LLP, then people, they can go to central government within 3 years of the new company incorporating. You can go within 3 years. If central government feels yes, central government will pass an order to change your name. Within 3 months, you have to change. Sir, what if I do not change in 3 months? Then people, central government only will allot you name. Sir, good no, sir. Central government will not allot you a fancy name. They will allot this name. Order of regional director not complied. So you have not complied their order. That only will become your name. ORDC. Yes, people, that's ORDNC. And year of passing this order. Imagine it is given in 2023. So it will be order of regional director not complied 2023. And whatever is the sin of the company will be the new name of the company. Sir, can I later change my name? Yes, you can change. Absolutely no problem. But as of now, in all your documents, people, this will become your new name. A fresh certificate of incorporation will be issued by ROC. That is the amendment. Next one, sir. Companies incorporated outside India. Basically, your foreign companies, people. There is one amendment. What was that, sir? There was one provision, people, section 393A. What? Central government has a power to exempt any class of companies from following certain sections. They had a power in section 393A. Now, central government has utilized that power. What is that, sir? Imagine any foreign company or company incorporated or to be incorporated outside India. If at all they are offering any shares in a IFSC in India, International Financial Service Center, if they are offering any securities in India by issuing prospectus, they relate to offering of subscription in securities, requirement related to prospectus and all other matters incidental to in IFSC. Sir, then people, the foreign companies or companies incorporated outside India or which is in the process of incorporation, if they are issuing their securities in IFSC, they can set up a company or no? Yes, they can set up. Sir, now they need not follow these sections. 387, 388, 389, 390, 391, 392, which talks about this. All this is not given here. For your reference, I gave you. Your amendment says only this much. They need not follow these provisions. Here, now they are exempted. That's all. Not a very important provision as such. So next one, people, small company. Yes, 2 crore, 20 crore was there. Now they have made 4 crore, 40 crore. Okay. Remember, important. Sir, formation of LLP. People, how do you incorporate a LLP? You will file a form called as FILIP. Form for incorporating limited liability partnership. If you remember SPICE, people, in SPICE, there were so many services which is integrated. Now even Philip is also going towards that. Now what is that, people? They have added PAN services also to Philip. Now along with your LLP incorporation document, certificate of incorporation, you will also get PAN along with your certificate of incorporation. So they have tried ease of doing business. They have tried to add this service also to Philip, just like your company. Until now, LLP could not do it. Once the LLP is formed, we had to file this PAN application again separately. Now they have integrated that with LLP form. That's all. Kira, okay. Various initial registration and licenses. We have already done this in your class only, people, not even amendment. There's a change in MSME limits. It's same. We have already done this. 1 crore, 10 crore, 50 crore. It's already done in your class itself. So you need not worry. Udyam registration also you have done. You need not worry. Yes, intellectual property rights for education services. The patent thing, we have already done this. This also we have done in the class. You need not worry. Sir, strike off and restoration, I just told you. The physical verification, that STK1, STK5A, STK5. They have made those changes. They have added that. What is that form? I have just given it for your reference. This is not there in an amendment sheet. Sir, people... Okay, in liquidation, people, they have added something called as, people, SCC. Sir, now what is the amendment, people? Already, people, whenever a company goes into liquidation, a liquidator, people, sir, now there are two people. One is insolvency professional and one is liquidator. Now they have introduced some amendments. What is that, people? Compared to a resolution professional, people, the liquidator has been given a little more powers now. That is the amendment. Okay. Now second thing. Earlier also, people, we used to form something called as SCC. What do you mean by SCC? SCC stands for Stakeholders Consultation Committee. Now, what is this SCC? People, a company is almost about to wind up, people. A liquidator is coming and he's selling away all the assets. Now, in this entire process, people, he will have certain doubts. Whom will he go and consult? So what does a liquidator do? Once he is appointed, he will first to form some committee called as Stakeholders Consultation Committee. Sir, in this committee, who and all will sit? In this committee, people, it will be represented by the secured creditors, unsecured creditors, representatives will come, few people, that is. Sir, and workmen, employees, from them representatives will come, government representatives will come, other operational creditors, shareholders, partners, they all will come and they will form this SCC. Now what they have done, people, the amendment expands the scope of consultation to cover all aspects related to sale of assets. Meaning, now for what and all he can consult this committee, the scope has been widened. They have enlarged. Sir, so before selling the assets, he will come and ask, what is the value? What is the valuation report? What in all assets we have? Sir, I need to appoint certain valuers. I can, for appointment of professionals, I can consult you. So all these people, they have added the scope. Yes, sir. And not only that people, how do I select the representatives to form this SCC? The manner of selection has also been now added. All that is not there in syllabus. Now that is the amendment. Clear? And not only that, sir. Now there is one amendment. Now in this part, they will not ask from all of this. Now what is this, sir? Earlier people, now whenever a liquidator is appointed, what will he do? He will take all the assets of the company. He will conduct an auction. In the auction, we want more people to participate. Why? People, if one or two comes, obviously you will not get a higher price. In an auction, what happens? Bidding will start. So we want more people to participate in the auction. Now what we have done, people, in the amendment, we have taken steps so that in the auction, more and more people can participate in the auction. How? First thing, people, we have absolutely taken away participation fees. Meaning, people, if people had to participate in the auction, there was something called as deposit they had to do. Now we have removed that. So see here, the liquidator shall not require payment of any non-refundable deposit or fees for participate in the auction. So don't pay, just come and participate. If you think it's good, then just you can take it and go. And earlier people, whenever imagine this person bids the maximum, highest number, then people, this person had to give something called as security deposit, or you can say as not security deposit, we call it as earnest money. You can say it as advance. Imagine people, in the auction, I'm saying that I want it. I have to give an advance before making the final payment. Now they have reduced the advance amount to 10%. Just pay 10%. That is sufficient. If you have won the auction, just pay 10% now. The rest of it can be paid later. Yes, so they have introduced such things, people, so that you guys can, the auction will become more transparent. More and more people will participate. And it will also increase the value of, the asset that can be sold in the auction. This is the second amendment. Yes, so the earnest money deposit, basically the advance, shall not exceed 10% of the reserve price in an auction. Reserve price means, people, the base price, where the auction starts from, not the auction value. So if the value starts from 3 crore, imagine the auction goes up to 50 crore. You will deposit 10% of 3 crore, not 50 crore. Yes, sir. And not only that, people, with regards to this auction, all the details and all will be maintained on the website of www.ibbi.gov.in, so that now it is more visible, more transparent. People can now know that there is auction going on. Yes, sir. That's the amendment. Next one, people, PPIRP. Again, people, I have done this in the previous attempt only. So you guys can watch that PPIRP process only. That is more than sufficient. That thing only, again, they have given. Pre-packaged insolvency resolution process. The last ones are... Okay, now, people, they have made the last amendment, people. This was in voluntary liquidation. In voluntary liquidation, we had done something like this, people. The chart was like this. In the last, we had written one thing. Note, the liquidator shall endeavor to finish the process, meaning he shall try to finish the process in 12 months. Now, people, they have said not 12 months. We have revised the timeline. What is the timeline? People, if at all your company has creditors, then you have to take creditors approval as well. If the company does not have creditors, then we will not take creditors approval. If at all your company has creditors, then the liquidation shall be completed within 270 days from the liquidation commencement date, where the creditors have approved the resolution. If not, the creditors approval is not required, then, people, 90 days from the date of liquidation commencement date. So if you are taking, people, creditors approval within 270 days, people, you need to complete your liquidation. I mean, you have to submit a report. If at all not, people, no creditors approval required, then why do you need so much of time? Then you have to submit your liquidation report within 90 days. This is the amendment. See? Insolvency, okay. Shall endeavor to complete the liquidation process of the corporate person and submit the final report within 270 days, 90 days. 270 days wherever you need their approval, 90 days wherever all other cases where you do not need creators approval. So the changes here, people, just you can make 270 days and 90 days as the case may be. 270 days where you require creators approval, 90 days where you do not need, or in all other cases. Clear? That's all, people. That's your amendments, nothing else. This is your setting up of business entities amendments. But yes, make sure you guys watch and go the Nidhi provision. Nidhi provisions are important. It was clear? Thank you so much, people. Wish you guys very all the best. Good luck for your exam. Do well. And I hope to see you all in the passing results. Yes, people. See you. Bye-bye.